You're listening to the Davey Mac Sports Program on the Riotcast Network, riotcast.com.
It's the Davey Mac Sports Program.
Now there's a steal by Bird. Underneath the DJ, lays it in. Right up, one second left. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier.
Oh, a spectacular move by Michael Jordan. Oh, wow. In your life have you seen anything like that? Wide right. Little roller up along first. Behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight and the Mets win it.
The band is out on the field. He's going to go in the end zone. He's going to go in the end zone. The Bears have won. The Bears have won. Oh, my God. You believe in miracles? Yes.
It's the Davey Mac Sports Program
Whoa!
on riotcast.com.
Yes, sir.
And here's your host, Dave McDonald.
Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Let me hear it. Yeah, let me hear it.
Yes.
I mean, let me hear it, Sean. Yeah, Sean.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's the Davey Mac Sports Program. My name is East Side Dave McDonald. They call me Davey Mac. They call me the Sports Master.
He's the one that we've been after.
With me, as always, engineer extraordinaire Sean O'Barry. And I mean that literally, ladies and gentlemen, because Chris Pepper Stanley's not in the house. He's undergoing some sort of knee surgery, rehab. I don't know. He ate another bad turkey club from his weird Spanish bodega that he likes to go to at 3 o'clock in the morning. I believe crack is involved. I can't prove it. I'm trying to get 60 minutes on it. Roy Schaefer is working with a client. Even Flutzy dropped out tonight. I called Gabe. He said it's a no-go. He says he has a date, Sean O'Barry.
What?
A date. Our very own Gaby Baby has a date. So it's with a girl.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Gaby. Hit that pussy, hit that pussy, hit that pussy, lick it, nice. Okay, come on. Now this is starting way dirtier than that. This is a family show, Sean.
Yep.
As you very well know, it's the Davey Mac Sports Program, and we're here on a Thursday, and we're excited. The NBA Finals begins tonight. June 4th is when we're recording this on a Thursday. I'm excited as all heck to be watching this NBA Finals. LeBron James, Cleveland Cavaliers.
King James, they call him.
King James
Yeah.
versus the Golden State Warriors, led by, of course, this season's MVP, Steph Curry.
Yep, Mr. Curry.
And, oh, my God. And literally, no one is here but me and Sean O.
Yep.
And yet, for some reason, I feel like tonight will be the greatest Davey Mac Sports Program of all time.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to bring the energy.
Me too, baby.
Even if I have to get half drunk, Sean O.
Yeah, cheers.
Let me take a sip. Let me take a sip of the Jameson you gave me.
Woo.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
I quit drinking during the show. It's something that I don't do anymore.
Likewise.
And even cut down the alcohol in general. I like edibles, and just by that I simply mean brownies.
Yeah.
I mean if they're made with certain ingredients,
Yeah.
milk, sugar,
Yeah.
chocolate, and various other ingredients from time to time. That's really more my forte these days. And I just sit there in the bathtub crying, listening to The Wall on repeat. I literally did that the other night.
Did you really?
Yeah, I was in a dark mood, and I go, I'm just gonna take a bath. And then I put on Pink Floyd's classic double album, The Wall from 1979.
Wait.
And I go, if you're in a dark mood, this ain't the fucking album to do.
Now, were you listening to it via your cell phone speakers?
I have a very fancy Bluetooth
Oh, you do? Okay.
Speaker. It's from a new company called Bose, B-O-S-E. You should look into this.
Oh,
I know you're an engineer.
Right.
You know everything about sound.
Bose.
Bose.
That's how it's pronounced.
And I put it on the Bluetooth and I listen to it. And then sometimes I feel like I'm just going to throw my cell phone and the Bose into the bathtub and electrocute myself, hopefully, a la Bill Murray in Groundhog's Day.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work. I still wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning with "I Got You, Babe." So there you have it.
Yeah, put your little hand in mine.
There ain't no. I like in that part where he just takes the alarm clock, holds it up very slowly, and smashes it to fucking ground like he's Shaq. In any event. Godspeed to Pepper and your clear heroin rehab because of this whole. I have physical therapy and I have a knee surgery that I had to undergo a couple of weeks ago. And then he tells me in August he has fucking shoulder surgery. I'm like, what are you, fucking Brett Favre over here getting destroyed by linebackers?
How did he actually hurt his shoulder? What was he doing?
I don't know. And by the way, with Brett Favre, he also sends dick pics out to employees of the Jets.
British Joel.
So he has so much in common. They both wear number 4, and they're fantastic people. Everyone should be back next. Now, we are recording this on Thursday. Usually our days are Wednesdays, though. With lots of turbulence going on in New York City, summertime, everything, Skinny Man has lots of business. We've had to flip it to Tuesdays or Thursdays. Consistently, we're supposed, usually on Wednesdays. Are we back next Wednesday,
Yes,
Sean?
sir. According to the schedule, we are back.
According to the schedule.
Next Wednesday.
But again, pay attention to my social media.
Right.
Twitter at Eastside Dave, Facebook at Eastside Dave, Instagram at Eastside Dave. There's even somehow a new Instagram Davey Mac Sports Program.
Oh, wonderful.
So check that out.
Is that you or is that someone else?
That's me doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, I pretend like it's like a whole, like as if we've hired someone.
Yeah, you made it seem like you didn't know anything about
No,
it.
yeah, that I have nothing to do with it.
Weird,
and
Davey Mac
it usually
Sports?
gets exactly the Instagram / Davey Mac Sports Program gets exactly 1 like, and it's by Eastside Dave.
Yeah.
Because I'm the only one who knows I put up the picture.
Well, I'll look at it.
So yeah, no, go check it out. In fact, Shano, I put up a glorious picture on the social media on Facebook that said, "Alert!" I put this up on Wednesday. I said the Davey Mac Sports Program will be on Thursday.
Oh, yeah. I saw that picture.
And then I tagged everyone, but Facebook would not allow me to tag Sean O.
My beer
and I
face?
got lots of heat for it.
Yeah, I saw that.
People were angry. They said, "What the fuck? No Sean O. Barry being tagged?"
I personally knew 3 of those people, by the way.
And I need to explain, Sean O's entire face was being covered by a huge mug of beer, his own fucking weird terrorist beer that you make from your house, right?
That was my own beer, yeah.
You've got these bizarre, this huge bizarre keg microbrew, machine sort of going on there that looks very much like one of those terrorism machines that they had in Fight Club.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure at some point you are going to fight Tyler Durden. I can't tell you when. I am the sports master, but I can't predict everything, okay? Leave me the fuck alone for once.
All right.
Okay, Sean?
Fine.
So it's just me and you.
Yep.
And by the way, I predict that this is going to be the future of the show. In fact, I'm considering calling it the Dave and Sean Show at some point. Because if people are aware, there is one consistent thing in the Davey Mac Sports Program.
Every episode.
Every single episode since May 2011. The show started October 2010, just with me and Pepper. And then we were doing it in a very undisclosed location, SiriusXM. And we were doing it very illegally, SiriusXM. And we weren't allowed to do it there, SiriusXM. And so we would complain sometimes on that show and say, hey, we need to find a different location because lots of people at this corporation, SiriusXM, were saying, what are you guys doing here? And why, and we would pretend that it was production for other shows. And so We need to find a location. Sean O'Barry, the goodness of his heart, all the way back then.
I reached out, yeah.
Reached out, say I have a grand studio. And by the way, Skinny Man Studios, the best sound system, design system
That's right.
in New York City. By the way, I do want to say something, an alert to Davey Mac Sports Program.
Sure.
In July, I will be taking off the Wednesday, I think it's July 22nd, July 23rd. But in the meanwhile, there may be, I don't want to say what, I don't want to say anything specific.
Yeah, no, we're
okay, go ahead.
We're
you
most
take over.
most likely going to be moving locations from our Times Square studio into a more Midtown studio.
Into, the fucking Times Square is about as Midtown as it gets there, Pally.
Yeah, well, like Upper Midtown.
Upper Midtown.
Like Lower Midtown.
Yeah, Upper Midtown would be the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
Lower Midtown, where you're going, would be the 20s, right?
Yeah, somewhere else.
So this show is off to a blazing start, but I love it nonetheless.
Anywhere
Listen,
10 blocks from Penn Station.
I want people to understand. We could have very well just canceled the show today.
Yeah, we probably should.
No. I say tonight. In fact, I'm saying tonight is going to be greatest show ever. Greatest show ever. Greatest show ever.
Greatest show ever.
Why, it's the greatest show ever. Greatest show ever. Greatest show ever. People will listen and say it's the greatest show ever. Yeah. So I think that's what's going to happen tonight. Mm-hmm. Yeah, everyone decided. Flutzy's not even here.
No.
And I have to say that to John, her Facebook stalker, who stalks her on my Facebook account. Again, East Side Dave.
I think.
Yeah, he's always. In fact, I posted a picture. Going back to the Facebook picture. Mm-hmm. The only reason why Charno wasn't tagged was because a giant glass of beer was obstructing his face. Facebook would not allow me to tag Charno.
Yeah.
Usually you have those little squares pop up, or at least that's how I tag people on my mobile phone.
Right.
There was no little square that popped up for Sean O'Barry. It would have just been, I guess, I could have only tagged you as beer.
Yeah, beer mug.
Right. So that's not what is applicable usually. So we had that going on, but it's actually a fantastic night and weekend of sports. I mean, we're talking about some serious heavy hitting stuff tonight. Begins the NBA Finals. LeBron James, Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Golden State Warriors, led by this year's MVP, Steph Curry. Sean O'Barry.
Don't worry if you got the Curry, baby.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
We're on it tonight. And again, as I say, I believe at one point this will simply devolve, and I mean in the long run, into the Dave and Sean show. Because, as I said before, the one consistent thing since 2011 is you will always have Dave and Sean in the building at the same time. Why, you ask? Well, I'm not going to let this rinky-dink circus exist without me. If I have a cold, I just cancel the show.
It is. Your name is on the show.
My name's on the show, but it's not even that. If Pepper were to host, it would be an hour worth of pedophilia, and he would probably solicit people to his Astoria, Queens apartment to sell them pot. We just can't have that legally. I mean, it's against the law.
I think he would just read out of the races section of the papers.
Or he would just be like, God damn, my fucking stomach hurts. I hate my new fucking haircut. That's why I wear a hat in every fucking picture. I gotta get fucking shoulder surgery. God damn fucking...
I gotta stop eating at Eduardo's bad sandwich shop.
Guy's goddamn more banged up than a fucking soldier in one of these wars over here in the Middle East or something. Roy sometimes does have to work.
Yeah,
and so we can't blame him. Or he leaves the country because he's a brilliant musician. And also, sometimes if Sean O can't make it, Roy says, "No, I don't want anything to do with engineering, recording, and then posting the show."
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Roy says, "Nope, I have no desire to do that." So the two people you will hear in and week out is the Dave Man and Sean O'Barry, and we deserve applause for that.
Right. It's actually my fault that we couldn't do it yesterday.
Don't blame yourself. You're too hard on yourself.
But I rescheduled. I didn't cancel. That's the point I'm making. So I'm actually complimenting myself. for being here.
This Jameson is good, Sean O'Barry.
Thanks, I made that.
So instead, we're just going to have a Dave and Sean semi-drunk show. That's what we've decided. And that's it. That's the bottom line. But it's going to be entertaining as hell. And I'm going to tell you why. I can't fucking wait for the finals tonight. I have not been this excited since my New York Knickerbockers played the Houston Rockets in the 94-95 NBA Finals with my man, Patrick Ewing, trying to get that ring.
Anthony
Knicks
Mason.
up 3 games. The series was tied 2-2. It was in the MSG. They win the decisive Game 5. Usually you win that game, you win the series, and the Knicks lost.
Yeah,
because Pat Riley decided, I'm going to give the ball to John Starks,
Starks.
a guy who was in the CBA. That's like the third-rate minor league basketball thing. Starks was in that league only like a couple years prior, and Pat Riley decided, John, just shoot about 50,000 fucking shots in games 6 and 7, respectively. He went, I believe, 1 for 17 in one game, 2 for 18 in Game 7, and that was it for the Knicks. They never won their championship with Patrick Ewing, so I was very depressed about that.
I miss Anthony Mason. And his
Mason,
and his haircuts.
Charles Oakley.
That's right,
I mean, we're talking about a Knicks team that I fucking revered. Masons. I even still love Starks. He was so much fun.
He seemed so tiny compared to all those other guys.
He wasn't
probably like
that
6'5"
small.
or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. He was around 6'5". But that's kind of small for a shooting guard, because he was not a proper point guard for the Knicks. I believe Greg Anthony was sharing some responsibilities at the point guard position for that team. But in any event, I just am so excited. LeBron, greatest player in the world. I make no bones about it. I am a LeBron James fan. I am very jealous. I wish he was on the Knicks.
Where are they playing tonight?
They are playing at 9 o'clock in Golden State against the Warriors. Best record in the league with the Warriors. Steph Curry got the team to 67 wins, 15 losses. You think about that. That's an 82 NBA game regular season, and you're 52 games over 500.
Wow.
That's fucking crazy. That's an incredible accomplishment in and of itself. Jordan's Bulls, of course, won 70 wins, which is the most of all time in a regular season. No other team has won 70. But Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, I believe Draymond Green's going to play a big role in this. Bogut is their Australian center.
Bogut.
And then you got an Australian for the Cavs, this little Matthew Dellavedova character who injures people on purpose.
I wonder if those two know each other.
Well, if you don't know anything about this Dellavedova guy, whenever there's a
Believe
loose...
it or not, Dave, I don't know anything about it.
Okay, so I'm here to explain it to you, Sean O'Barry. When
all
you
right.
go home to Long Island, I expect you to turn on to ABC tonight.
Sure.
9 o'clock Eastern Standard. And whenever there's a loose ball, he goes really hard after it. Okay, good. You're a hustle player. But he somehow magically always goes right into the knee of the opposing player.
I like this guy.
And has injured 3 fucking guys during the playoffs.
Brilliant.
He took Kyle Korver from the Atlanta Hawks totally out of the series.
Wow.
Injured another guy, went after another guy who then tried to punch him, and he was ejected. So you have all kind of subplots. You have LeBron trying to win the first championship in Cleveland in 50 years for sports. Not just for the Cavs, but for the Browns, the Indians, and Cavaliers, respectively. They have not won a championship since the 64 Browns, which even predated the Super Bowl. So the Browns haven't won a Super Bowl. The Indians haven't won a World Series in forever. And the Cavaliers have never won an NBA championship.
My favorite thing is even in cinema, the Cleveland Indians in Major League only won the pennant.
They only won the pennant.
They don't show them taking it any further than that.
Right.
That's all they had to do.
Well, and I believe, if I might be wrong, but in Major League 2, the whole premise was that they lost the World Series.
Is that right?
And that was
never
their
watched Major League 2.
Yeah, I watched it on LSD one time, so I could be making all of this up. I do a lot of psychedelics these days, Shano. Do a lot of mushrooms.
Yeah.
In case you were wondering, I'm on
It is the season for
episode 5 of The Roosevelts. I was high as a kite, And boy, let me tell you something about Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Guy was some president.
Wow. Your political insight.
That's it.
Davey Mac.
Yeah, I'll never make a political show because I wouldn't be very good at it. And I would just say everyone is like, hey, right-wing people suck.
Wow.
And by the way, you liberals suck.
Yeah.
Any of you free-thinking independents, you suck. And Green Party and Tea Party, fuck you, you suck.
You could do like a 30-second.
Actually, now that I think about that,
political podcast.
that would be the most original political talk show because people would be just scratching their heads like, what side is he on? He's not really Limbaugh. Well, he's kind of like Limbaugh because he said liberals suck, but then he's not because he also said conservatives suck.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, my whole thing would be everyone sucks, the Davey Mac political show. So you have all kind of storylines. You have the Golden State Warriors haven't even been in the NBA Finals since 1975. We're talking 40 years, even though they had Chris Mullin and Tim Hardaway.
Marley at one point?
Who?
Marley? Is that his name?
Marley? Yes. Bob Marley was on the team.
Bob Marley.
He was great. He did a lot of great reggae for the team. It
No,
was
I'm thinking
fantastic.
of NBA Jams. Who was on Golden State for NBA Jams?
No, you might be thinking of Dan Marley of the
yeah.
Miami Heat.
Yeah, that's close.
Okay, Jesus fucking Christ. This is going to be a long one, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a long, painful hour.
We're a third of the way
But
in.
you know what? It's an experiment
Yeah.
because I believe the future is the Dave and Sean show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give you when we split the advertising money,
Sure.
okay, I'm going to get 85%, and then I'm going to give my kids 10%, and then, but, the other 5% is for you, okay? So there you go. Yeah.
I'm not going to clap.
No, you're not?
No.
Oh, I'm going to clap for that.
All right, we'll negotiate that.
I have a whole pack of Sour Patch Kids
All right,
in
I'm
my
listening.
fucking backpack.
I'm listening.
You want it? Huh? You
Okay.
want this?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Are those made with that ingredient that you
Think
like?
I'm fucking around?
Oh, those are regular sound.
Industrial bag of Sour Patch Kids. Jenny Girl gave me 2 bags. I ate them on the way home yesterday and then realized I need to find a 7-Eleven close to my house that sells the industrial bags.
Oh, my God.
Because the 7-Eleven across the street only sells the little tiny packs. I got to buy four to 6 fucking packs at a time to get my fucking Sour Patch, fill. Ridiculous.
Your shits must be so fun looking.
My shits are colorful and
Yeah,
sugary.
that's what I mean.
Okay, leave me alone.
I meant it as a compliment.
Okay, thank you. We have so much going on. Baseball is in full swing.
Mm-hmm.
And of course,
Pun intended.
America. Nice. Let's say give yourself 50 points.
Hey-o.
In fact, give yourself. Just because you're the only one here, give yourself 8 points.
Yeah.
8 fucking points. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Give yourself a drum stinger. In fact, I want you to be drum stinger all night long.
Well,
Go ahead.
Typically.
All night long. Go ahead. Yeah! Shano, 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 Shano. Shano, Shano. Shano, 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 Shano. Shano, Shano. Pepper sandwich, 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 sandwich. Pepper sandwich, pepper sandwich. To the can cock, 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 cock. To the can cock, to the can cock. All right, ladies and gentlemen, show's in full effect tonight. See, we're going to bring it.
Yeah.
We're going to bring it.
Bring it.
We're going to bring it during this fucking drunken, disastrous show tonight. Triple Crown is here. And so that's why I was looking forward to Pepper showing up. But again, he tells me something about physical therapy. I can only imagine the goddamn therapist working on those fucking legs of his.
So how did he even get hurt? Did he fall down? I mean, I can't imagine him moving fast enough to hurt himself.
He said he's fallen down twice.
Is he like blacked out, like passed out somewhere?
Of course.
Yeah.
He's all fucking speeded up and doing all kind of weird things.
It's like running from cops.
One of them, he said he tripped, so he had to get knee surgery.
Which is code for jumping turnstile.
Exactly. The second one, he said he fell and he braced himself with his arm.
Oh, my God.
And he threw his
Shattered
arm
it.
out of his socket.
Yeah.
And I go, I just almost find this hard to believe. You're telling me that you actually were able to brace your fall and keep yourself up with one. That's almost like when the Superman child lifted the fucking car up. I mean, come on. I mean, no disrespect. I'm just saying he's a bit handsome.
Sure.
He's handsome,
I'll say.
but he's a big gentleman.
Well.
And to fall down with his size
Yeah.
and keep himself up with one arm,
Well,
this motherfucker should be the new Superman. I don't know who they cast. I know they cast Ben Affleck as Batman.
It's probably his jacking arm. You know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's his fucking jerk off arm, man. Trust me. I know.
Yeah.
I watch him. I take Polaroids. Trust me. I have all kinds of blackmail on Chris Pepper Stanley. You have no idea. Pepper, if you're not here next Wednesday, forget it.
Oh, yeah?
I am releasing the photographs of you dressed up as a clown at that birthday party. Trust me.
Peppy Leaks. Gonna
We're
set up
going to start a website called Peppy Leaks. And it's just going to be pictures of him pissing. Today, in the parking garage,
Ooh.
I'm there at my little parking garage that's right across the street from Skinny Man 44th Street. And it's a unisex bathroom where they have a toilet and a urinal. So technically, the chick can use the toilet, the men can use the urinal. But it never happens. Several times, in fact, when there's been a chick pissing, I've tried to go in, and like her husband or boyfriend would be like, "Oh, my girlfriend's in there." I'm like, "Oh, there's a urinal there, sir. My wife's taking a piss."
So there's an actual stall for the toilet.
There's a stall. There's a door.
Right, I got you. Now. I thought you meant like one of those bathrooms that you have to lock the door after you go in, and then it's got a freestanding urinal, freestanding toilet.
No. There's a whole stall. You could close the door while you piss or shit,
Right.
and there's a urinal right next to it. I'm pissing, and then I hear two girls of Latina descent, and they walk in. And they go, "Hola, míos," and I go, "What's the matter, girls?" And they were watching me piss,
Nice.
which is fun. And they were too new, I guess. I guess New York City and Times Square is just full of naked cow people.
Yeah.
Because these were two more naked cowgirls.
Nice.
Which was actually quite pleasant.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess they wanted to use the old bathroom there. And I don't know what they thought I was going to do, like start jerking off while they were pissing, because guess what? I would have.
I was about to say that. They might have recognized you.
Yeah, I would have, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, you see a redheaded creep with Sour Patch Kids wearing a fucking Darth Vader sweater. Well, what else is he going to do?
Maybe
He's
they were-
going to jerk off if he sees a fucking naked cowgirl shitting or pissing in the goddamn bathroom 6 inches away from him.
Maybe they were into it.
Yeah, that's right. Who's not into scat, for Christ's sakes? I'll fucking take Charnot's shit right on my mouth. So
Again.
I was just very disappointed that they saw me and my fucking red dog dick and were like, "Oh my God!"
Ay, Dios mío.
I go, "It's unisex bathroom, girls.
Uno sexo.
What's the deal? Come on, Jesus Christ!" So anyway, Triple Crown is the last race is this Saturday.
Belmont Stakes.
The Belmont, 1.5 miles, the longest race of the 3 races, the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness, and the Belmont. And this American Pharaoh goes for the Triple Crown. And guess what, Shawno?
What's up?
I will put everything on the line. That's right. It's a Davey Mac money back guarantee. American Pharaoh will win the Triple Crown.
Finally. Who's the last one?
And that's to every single listener, every single person out there. You get at least $1,000 of Monopoly money if American Pharaoh does not win the Triple Crown. Okay?
Was Secretariat the last one to do it?
No, affirmed in 77 or 78 was the last one to do it.
Secretariat was prior to that.
Before that, there was another horse, and then Secretariat was 73. So there you have it. And
So
then
the 70s were big for Triple
70s were
Crowns.
big, but then before the 70s, you had to go all the way back to the 40s. So there was a big gap in between those two things.
So we're right there at that 40-year
We're
marker.
right there, yeah. Well, what was weird was Carl Yastrzemski hit for a Triple Crown, I believe, in 67. And
That was the name of the horse?
No, Carl Yastrzemski, the Boston Red Sox. This is why the show will just be called the Dave and Sean Show. And We'll
Right.
just throw sports out the window.
Yeah, smart.
Carl Yastrzemski, Yaz, as they called him, here for the Triple Crown 67. He was the last guy to do it until Miguel Cabrera hit for the Detroit Tigers. Always thought that we would see a Triple Crown horse before we saw a Triple Crown baseball player. We've seen a Triple Crown baseball player. Can't one of these fucking dumb animals win a goddamn third race already?
We talking about the horses or the baseball players?
The fucking horse win.
Now wait, Triple Crowns when you get a single, double, triple home run in one game. That's a quadruple. It sounds like.
Shauno, you're on my good side.
Is that not a
for
triple?
being here tonight? But when you ask questions like that, I might have to even banish you from the show and then just take over the engineering responsibilities.
I didn't know Triple Crown was a thing in baseball.
Triple Crown in baseball is batting average, home runs, and RBIs. Triple Crown in horse racing is Kentucky Derby, Preakness, and Belmont.
Right.
Belmont is always exciting because it's the longest.
Right.
So you have the longest thing. And it's 3 weeks between Preakness and Belmont. So we've had to wait a while. Bob Baffert is the horse trainer. Sort of looks like Phil Donahue with Jack Nicholson's sunglasses.
Oh.
He can't go anywhere without the goddamn sunglasses. But he's got the Donahue hair.
What's the weather supposed to be like?
Yeah, good question. I don't know. Look at your phone.
I'm
for
looking it
fuck's
up
sake.
right
Just
now.
look at your phone. Who am I? Goddamn Al Roker over here?
Maybe you might have known
What
it,
am I,
Al.
fucking Storm Fields over here, for
All right,
Christ's sake?
Saturday, right?
What am I, fucking Mr. Weather over here? What am I, Mr. Weatherford, the fucking meteorologist of weather?
All right. New York City,
Yeah.
78 degrees.
78.
Times of sun and clouds.
Okay.
Highs in the upper 70s, lows in the upper 50s. So no rain in particular. So it should be a nice dry track.
I think that's good for American Pharoah.
Yeah.
He's a bigger horse than the field. They say that the second horse, the second favorite that has a chance to beat him is Frosted, which I just think is a kind of a, let's be honest, a girly name.
Yeah, I was going to say gay.
In fact, if in 2015, if you're a guy, no offense to any listeners out there, with the frosted hair look, remember when Mike Piazza did that? Where he's Mike Piazza. You're a handsome, dare I say, a handsome Italian gentleman, and he went with those blonde frosted tips. I was like, you fucking look like Lance Bass, bro. Come on, baby. This ain't bye-bye, baby, bye. Or whatever the goddamn song is. You're fucking Piazza. You hit the big home run after 9/11. It was one of the most emotional moments in New York sports history.
Yeah, Hall of Famer, right?
Jesus Christ. Not
will
Hall
be,
of Famer.
will be.
Maybe.
I think so.
Maybe. There's that cloud of steroids under Piazza that we're not sure about. People think that perhaps he did, but
he was out before any accusations.
He was out before, but the other rumor is that he was out because he would have gotten found out.
Yeah.
So he's in him and Jeff Bagwell are in that weird murky period where people think Bagwell, Piazza, there's a good chance that they did steroids, but again, as you just pointed out, they were out before that. So I have no idea. I want to go to our friend and yours, Mike Francesca. Mr. Mike had a call the other day, Sean O.B., where he needed to look up some sort of stat on a...
Was it the weather for Belmont?
He needed to look up a stat on the... on his phone, I guess. I guess Mike is into the phone. He used to have this giant fucking old school encyclopedia that was bigger than the goddamn Bible. And it would take him forever to flip to like page 1,216.
Licking his fingers.
And now he thinks he's all technologically advanced. So he's going through his iPhone trying to look up some stats here on a ball player. I want you to understand that in radio, dead air is not a good thing. Even if you're trying to cover it up with obvious humming, which is my favorite part of this audio clip that we're about to play you. Just wait for the humming that Mike does. Here we go.
Punch. He's a good player. He's a good fielder. I like him as a player. I really do. Let me see. I'm not getting the Reds come up here.
Oh my God.
You go the other way.
There's the humming. Hold on. There's more humming. What song is he trying to hum, by the way? Listen to this. Silence. This is silence. I mean, I feel like I have to talk. More humming.
Let me find him here. Okay.
He's on TV, too.
Wait, watch. Here we go. Yeah, this is all on television as well as radio.
Well, I'll get him in a minute. I can't find him right now. Tony in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
He
What's up, Tony?
couldn't even find the stat. We're playing that shit again.
Oh my God.
We have to play that again. 3 times he went to the humming.
I bet you he doesn't have any. He has no service, and he doesn't know how to hook up to the Wi-Fi instead.
No. He's got absolutely no clue what the fuck he's doing. He's probably on Tinder swiping right for fucking fat chicks. You think I don't know what's going on, Mike? Let's hear it again because I can't. I just Mike Francesca won the Triple Crown of humming on the radio while stalling for time. Tell me he doesn't need Christopher Mad Dog Russo by his side. I'm sorry, but he does. Old man Mike, retire. You've made millions of dollars. You don't want to do radio anymore.
Let me see if I can remix that.
All right, go ahead.
He's got good punch. He's a good player. He's a good fielder. I like him as a player. I really do. Let me see. I'm not getting the Reds come up here. Let me go the other way. Stats.
Anytime now.
Let me find them here. Okay.
Let me find them. Yeah, we're still waiting. Can you please talk?
I'll get him in a minute. I can't find them right now.
What does he even say right
Tony in
there? Can't a minute.
Okay. Well, something up. I'm going to look up a call right now. Let's see. Jerome from Manhattan. You're on the line. Jerome, what's your question?
Hey, Mike. I was wondering if you had the stats on Mike Trout's plays at third base.
Sure. Yeah, I got the stats. Let me look it up on my phone right now. I can't get no satisfaction. Let me see if I can pull it up here. But I try, and I try. I can't get no satisfaction. Ba, 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 ba. Well, I can't find it. Anyway, Peter from Queens, go ahead. You're on the Mike Francesca show.
Hey, Mike, how about those Yankees, huh? You think A-Rod's still on the juice or what, huh?
Let me look up his stats here on my phone. Let's see here. Well, I find myself in times of trouble. Mother Mary, come to me. A-Rod. How do you spell that? Alex Rodriguez. Is that with a G or a Q? Let it be. Let it be. Do. Rodriguez. Is that Alex with 2 X's? I'm not exactly sure. Victor from Brooklyn. I can't find it. I can't find shit. Go ahead, Victor. You're on the air line.
Hey, Mike, am I in the air?
Yeah. Yeah. You're on the air.
Oh, hey, Mike. I was wondering with the Mets. I heard that Piazza used to dye his hair. What do you think about that, Mike?
Let me look that up. Mike Piazza hairstyles. I'm gonna look it up on Google Image. How do you spell Google? Is that with 3 O's or 4? Are there 4? Eddie! Are there 4 O's in Google? How many J's? No, I know. Yeah, 2. But I mean, no. I mean after the first G. Is it G-O-G-G-L-A? Or G-O-G-L-A? How many? No, I know 2, but I'm saying after the first. Like a rolling stone, how does it feel? Well, I can't find Mike Francesca, Mike Piazza frosted tips. I do have frosted flakes, though. If anyone wants to know, Tony the Tiger is still on the front page. So there you go. I'm Mike Francesca's. Fuck off, America! The guy does not want to do radio anymore. He's fallen asleep twice. He has fallen asleep twice on the air. He took 40 seconds
He bored
to
himself.
look up a stat on the iPhone that he ultimately never gave the answer to.
Yeah, he bored himself to sleep, and it gave you 48 seconds of dead air.
Twice he fell asleep.
Yeah.
Everyone remembers the famous first time. For some reason, people overlooked
it.
the second time. The first time was the absolute best. What?
Yeah.
Huh?
Seemed so annoyed that someone woke him up.
Yeah, well, it was his producer and his talkback button. For those of you in radio, the producer can, hit the button. It doesn't go off. It doesn't go over the air. So the producer, no doubt, hit the talkback button. Mike, wake up! Huh? What? And it looked like he got mad at the producer for waking him up.
Totally did.
Yeah, excuse me, Mike. I'm sorry, but you were, I don't know, falling asleep on the air. You fat fucking slob. Oh. Jesus Christ. And they won't give us a show. They won't give the Dave Man and the Sean Barry. Everyone knows Sean knows everything about sports.
Love
I
it.
mean, look at him with his Carl Yastrzemski knowledge.
Yeah, yes.
I mean, for Christ's sakes, Sean thought he was a fucking horse.
Won the Triple Crown, baby. Hey, I'll tell you everything about the 86 Mets and the early 90s
You're a
Knicks.
Yankees fan. Why do you know about the 86 Mets?
Everyone knew about the 86 Mets. Fucking, they would play the goddamn Let's Go Mets Go song in my school. I remember I was
Give
in
me 5 86 Mets right
third
now.
grade. 5 of them?
5.
All right, Mookie Wilson, Lenny
1,
Dykstra,
2,
Tim Tuffle,
3.
Dwight Gooden, Gary Carter.
Wow, that's 5.
Keith Hernandez.
6.
Let's see, Darryl Strawberry.
7.
Oh, come on.
Who was the World
Ray Knight.
I was right about to say it was the World Series
Tim
MVP.
Tuffle.
Of all those players, the World Series MVP was hold on, you named him. World Series MVP was Ray Knight.
Yeah, Ray Knight.
1986.
Here comes Knight and the Mets win
Here
it.
comes Knight and the Mets win it.
Yeah.
That's just fucking ridiculous. Vince Scully, the classic announcer who's still somehow broadcasting for the Dodgers,
Right.
called that because that's when baseball used to be on NBC. And Vince Scully was the man. He still is the man. I saw something that was interesting. Connie Mack was this old school manager. He managed the old Philadelphia A's before they obviously moved to Oakland. And Connie Mack was born in 1880. Vince Scully announced a game that Connie Mack managed.
Wow.
Vince Scully announced a game where the manager was born in 1880. Do the fucking math. It seems impossible. The reason why is because Connie Mack managed for 50 years. He himself was an old man. And then Vince Scully got in the game when he was 25.
Wow.
So in 1950 or 51, Connie Mack was 75, 80 years old, still managing. Vince Scully was a young guy. So insanely, he goes back. Vince Scully goes back to Connie goddamn Mack.
Wow.
You've been around the block when you go to the 1880s. That's like saying I fucking I was there for the goddamn Civil War. Right. I was fucking announcing the battle that General Grant won over Lee. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Game.
I was there for the Gettysburg Address.
Sean O'Barry,
Yeah.
since you're the only one here,
Here I am.
since it's me and you,
Me and you, babe.
let's talk turkey.
I got you, babe.
What are your favorite jerk-off videos? When you go to UJizz,
Yeah.
what do you like to put in the search box? Do you do the search box? Or do
No,
you
I
not?
just go with whatever's in the top 5.
Top 5?
Yeah, well, it's got to be, I don't know, I go for anything that looks kind of plain, to be honest
I'm
with
going to tell you something right now,
I'm very boring. My
and
masturbation.
I am not going to lie.
Yeah.
I will sometimes click on favorites, but if I see Santa Claus porn, I am out.
Is that right?
I can deal with all kinds of themes. People wearing mouse hats, people dressed up as clowns, whatever you want.
You don't want to see Santa doing it.
I don't want to see Santa because the girl who gets fucked says, "Give me a present, Santa.
Yeah.
Give me that present, Santa." And by present, she means cock.
Yeah, the dick.
Yeah.
Give me the dick.
And then she's like, "Let me suck the candy cane, Santa." And
I
it's
get
just
it.
one fucking Christmas pun after another.
yeah.
And I'm sorry,
Put it in my
but
stocking.
some of us
Yeah.
treat Christmas as a special fucking holiday.
Yeah, you start celebrating in October, don't you?
As soon, literally the day after Thanksgiving, all of the Christmas decorations in the Davey Mac household go up
That's
the
respectable.
day
That's reasonable.
after Thanksgiving. Sometimes, but actually the last 2 years, it's been about 1 to 2 weeks before Thanksgiving.
Well, that weekend is when I go get my tree. So
Really?
get a real tree. Yeah.
That shit's gonna fucking burn, baby. That's a fire hazard, dogs,
man.
eh?
I got the LED lights. I'm all good, and I water that
Doesn't
motherfucker.
matter.
I
It's
water
the
it.
consistency of the tree. The tree's gonna fucking catch on fire.
You trying to say I don't take care of my tree?
Hey, you smoke, right?
Not in the house.
Fuck, you smoke in the house. Trust me. I know what goes. I know what goes on after midnight when all the kids and the wife are in bed.
Yeah, I go outside.
Yeah, bullshit. Bullshit. This show has turned sour. Now it's Davey Mac versus Sean. Oh, that should be the name of the show. Dave versus Sean.
Oh man.
No, I get my Christmas tree. I put up all the decorations, but I put the Christmas tree up. Yeah,
You get a real one
2
or
or
fake
3
one?
weeks. Real? What the fuck?
So
I ain't no commie.
Okay.
What are we trying to do? Let me drink some more of this Jameson real quick. Go ahead, Sean. Discuss whatever the fuck you want. Yeah, cheers. Cheers to you, Bill.
Cheers. My homebrew. This is the best batch I've ever made so far. I made an IPA, and it's delicious. I finally did it.
You made beer?
Made beer.
That's what you just brought to the table?
Well, you told me to talk about whatever I want.
Okay, I guess it is my fault after all.
Yeah.
Now, Doug Gottlieb, what's the big story? Obviously, Caitlyn Jenner, right? And by the way, I ain't like one of these fucking judgmental bastards. Good for Caitlyn Jenner. What do I care? Yeah. Does anyone understand that America is a goddamn 3-ring circus? We are the craziest fucking country that ever lived. We make fucking ancient Rome look like a quiet version of Sweden, for Christ's sakes. We are nuts. We are circus freaks. And I'm not saying that Caitlyn Jenner is a freak, by the way. I'm just saying the entire country. We're just off the rails.
Well,
So what's the big deal?
Our obsession with nonsense and social media and the Kardashians in particular seems like nutty.
Are you accusing me? Because I'm obsessed with all 3 of those people.
Yeah.
I just wish Kim Kardashian's middle name was Catherine so that her initials would be KKK. Oh. And then we would all laugh and be like, you're a fucking white supremacist, dude.
Married to Kanye.
And you're married to a black guy.
You got a black baby.
This is fucking befuddling. Hashtag befuddlement. Befuddlement KKK. So anyway, you know what? I'm all in favor for Bruce Jenner. By the way, she does look attractive to me. Now, I do disagree with the vast majority of America who thinks that she looks like Jessica Lange. I saw one radio host, a fucking lame radio host, tweet something that said something like, oh, Jessica Lange is like wondering, because, you know, that's what everyone has been saying. She looks like Jessica Lange. Yeah. So he took a nice, easy bandwagon thing there, which was, I thought quite lame. I feel like Caitlyn Jenner looks like Janice Dickinson. You know, the old supermodel who's doing those. Yeah. You're the next supermodel, America's next supermodel show.
Well, the self-proclaimed first supermodel.
Exactly, the self-proclaimed first supermodel of all time, and is back in the day was a fucking piece of arse, as Chris Farley would say. And you know, she's had her plastic surgery and whatnot. So I feel like that's more akin to Caitlyn Jenner. But anyway, this guy on CBS, Doug Gottlieb, I don't know how this fucking douchebag got a show, but he's got some very strong opinions about Bruce / Caitlyn Jenner. Here we go. Take me out to the ball game. Now, go ahead, play the song. Let's take a 7th stretch for the Davey Mac Sports Program.
Sorry about that.
No, I want you to play it.
You want to play it?
Yeah,
now?
for real.
All right.
I want everyone to sing. Because you know what? Quite frankly, it's like a fucking basketball team died in a plane crash, and somehow Sean, Barry, and Davey Mac survived, and are now trying to take on LeBron James and the Cavs.
Just 2 of us versus
it's 2 on 5. Yeah. So, as a result, I say, out to the ball game, take me out to the crowd, buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back. Well, we'll root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. 1, 2, He strikes you out at the old ball game. Play ball! All right, now let's listen to Doug Gottlieb on CBS Radio.
The former Bruce Jenner. And I was thinking about this. Look, I'm not trying to say it's not brave what he has done. It is. Okay? On the other hand,
Take
there
enough
is
time.
a certain contradiction of sorts. Isn't there? Like, something about yourself or like about your body. Like, are we just okay cut, snip, changing it? Am I the only one thinking this?
Uh-oh.
I don't know what
Like,
he's
do
talking
you
about.
guys think I like my nose? You think I like where my hairline's going?
What?
Probably not. The answer is no.
Huh?
But it's like having the self-confidence to
Pause it for a
overcome
second.
or to believe.
How the fuck does this guy have a radio
I don't know
show?
what he's talking about.
I believe he's anti
people get-
Caitlyn Jenner.
But people get hair plugs and nose jobs all the time.
Exactly.
So what's he fucking talking
Exactly. As if people don't try to fucking make themselves look
about?
better.
Well, fountain of youth. Everyone's trying to fucking drink out of it.
2 years ago, I weighed 230 pounds. Okay,
I remember.
I'm down to 160.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because
You're
I
dying.
only
Yeah.
I'm dying.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
because Pepper and Roy are not here tonight,
Mm.
and nor is Flutzy, nor is the sports therapist. I felt like because I knew that would make them sad. Shauno has no feelings because he's drunk all the time.
Yep.
So I wanted to say right now, yes, I'm dying of a new disease called Sour Patch Kiditis.
Yeah, I believe it.
I am really, and this is not even a fun little radio bit.
Yeah.
I'm trying, I'll hold it up right there for the Ustream audience. I am really trying to live only on Sour Patch Kids. They are the most delicious thing in the world. What's the point of eating anything else? I mean, I don't see the point. If I fucking love Sour Patch Kids, and yes, there's an addiction there, why am I going to eat something else?
You're gonna have a hard time.
I don't need a cheese sandwich. I don't need a fucking hot dog.
You're gonna have a hard time getting a sponsor from Sour Patch people when you talk about them like this.
You know what? You just brought up an interesting point really quickly that I want to parlay into something. If you want to advertise on the Davey Mac Sports Program, you can.
And you want to advertise on this
Email,
show.
well, for real, email me at didvod, DIDVOD, at gmail.com. DIDVOD at gmail.com.
Over 1 million downloads.
And we'll discuss the price. We have over 1 million downloads. We can show you the stats on Libsyn to verify that we're not just fucking bullshitting. Over 1 million downloads. And the reason why advertising on our show is great is because, I just got this email from a guy on Gmail. Shauno, take a few seconds and waste some time so we don't turn this into the Mike Francesca show.
Right. Well, if you want to advertise on our show and you happen to be a craft brewery, you could certainly just send us the beer. And I'll talk about it the entire time.
That's perfect.
I will interrupt Dave talking about your delicious beer. There's a great brewery called Mustache Brewing Company. They're not paying us.
All right,
but this is just a
all right.
friendly
That's
thing.
enough.
Oh,
That's enough. That's
Okay,
enough.
sorry.
Here's the point. A gentleman named James Murphy sent me an email, and the subject title is "Traveling Through Siberia." He says, "Hi, David. I'm quite drunk, so bear with me." By the way, that's 98% of the emails that I get.
I would have said 100%.
And by the way, if you forget what my email is, just go to eastsidedavecountry.com.
That's easier.
Or Facebook, or tweet at me. It's all Eastside Dave.
Just rewind a little bit.
Exactly. Yeah, good point. It says, "Hey, David, I'm quite drunk, so bear with me. I just want to say that I'm doing the Trans-Siberian Express whilst listening to your podcast."
Wait, is that the whole Bruce Jenner thing? The trans?
No. That's the fucking the train that goes through goddamn Russia, for
Never
Christ's sake.
mind.
I'm going through the Trans-Siberian Express whilst listening to your podcast. I wanted to say thank you for giving me entertainment. P.S. There's a girl in Moscow that I like named Louisa, and I got her to like me because when we meet, I call her Louisa Schaefer, and she thought I was weird and kissed me. Thanks, Dave. Love your stuff. By the way, I'm binging on previous episodes. My point about the advertising is
previous
people binge all the time. So unlike regular radio or this or that where people advertise and your thing is gone like that, when you advertise on our online radio show that was named Best in Show by the iTunes editorial team, which is essentially the Oscar for all podcasts, and your elite podcasts, huge ones, by the way, have not won that award. I mean, I love Mark Maron. I love Joe Rogan.
Love Joe Rogan.
I love Adam Carolla. They have not won Best in Show, our show of all shows. You can't even submit for this. iTunes editorial team selects the shows just based on the shows. We won Best in Show, which is akin to winning Best Picture for the Academy Awards. Your advertisement lives forever. People go back and listen to old shows. So again, I ask you, if you want to advertise with us, fucking by all means, give me a shout out. didvod@gmail.com. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if it's for a dildo company.
Nope.
I don't care if it's for, a drug deal.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, we don't want that, Sean. Yeah, Sean, let's not go into that.
They can still email David.
I don't care if it's for NAMBLA. Well, no, I do care if it's for NAMBLA. Okay, let's just keep it on the up and up. If you have a hardware store or whatever, you could just advertise yourself.
True.
You could write me an advertisement like, "Hi, my name is Fred McCarthy.
Yeah, I want more
I'm
followers.
I'm the greatest human being of all time." That could be your advertisement.
I want more followers on Twitter and stuff.
Exactly. And we'll talk price point via email. But anyway, let's go back to Doug Gottlieb and how he is obviously upset that Bruce Jenner has become Caitlyn Jenner.
Here we go.
Even myself, I don't know. It's like, well, inside of Bruce Jenner was a woman. Well, inside of Doug Gottlieb is a guy with a beautiful full head of hair and a much better nose and a deeper voice as well. And a jump shot that never misses. The outside doesn't look like that. It's a hard one.
No.
So that to me is the hardest part about the conversation. Well, I thought you said, Dad, that it was, how you look is good enough. That's how God made you. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know.
What the fuck is he talking?
It's a fascinating conversation starter, but I think there's so many different levels of the conversation that simply going like, well, so brave is kind of a lame conversation ender where there's a lot more to it. A couple lasting thoughts. UAB football is back.
Okay.
Now we can go back.
That's it. That is the worst, weakest fucking point I have ever heard in my... Talk about wishy-washy and odd.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's coming down against Caitlyn Jenner, but in my opinion, when you listen to that audio, it looks like he's catching himself halfway through the conversation and realizing he's going to be called homophobic or transgender and stuff like this.
Yeah, he started talking.
Which he probably is.
You're right. He definitely is because he started talking before he gave it any kind of fucking thought. Try to compare why what, you're a woman on the inside?
Yeah.
Well, I got a perfect curveball on the inside.
All of a sudden you're going to do snip, snip and bullshit. What the fuck do you care?
Seriously.
I mean, not to get on a high horse, but again, I'm not trying to be all weird and political. What the fuck does anyone care?
Right.
Why is this a conversation?
Yeah.
Let it be Caitlyn Jenner. I'm not going to lie. I'd fuck her. I swear to God I would. This is no radio bullshit shenanigans. She's hot to me.
What is he, like 60? She?
Tuck that thing back, fucking Buffalo Bill Silence of Lamb style,
You'd fuck
and bang it in the ass.
Yeah. You'd fuck her.
Somehow our country is all about freedom, and somehow we're also all about everyone has to obey the exact same laws.
Well, hang on.
I have no idea why we're so schizophrenic.
Well, with that freedom, you're allowed to also talk like this idiot. So
Yeah,
he's got.
I want my freedoms. I want my freedoms. But goddamn it, you better not disagree with me, or else I'm gonna fucking shoot you in the fucking head. Like that to me is America. Oh God. Sentius, give yourself 15 points for adding up all the points.
Yeah.
And give me 30 points for just coming in here. Give Sean O 31 points. He beats me tonight.
Wow. Thanks, David.
I hate you so much, Sean.
I love you, David.
Give yourself 5 points for that.
That's nice.
-2 for me because I didn't say I love you back.
It's true, you didn't.
You know, I could have at least done the Han Solo thing. Go ahead, say I love you again. Just say I love you.
I love you, David.
I know.
Oh,
Empire Strikes Back. End scene.
that's beautiful.
Remember Leia says to Han Solo
Yeah, I
right
know the
before he
fucking
gets
scene. Yes,
Oh
I know.
yeah?
Yeah.
What was the scene, tough guy?
Well, he's about to get frozen, the goddamn carbonite chamber thing.
You're right.
And they fucking, she's
You're right.
like, Han, I love you. And he's like, I know. And that wasn't even scripted either. I knew that part too.
You're right. I'll tell you what. Give yourself another 35 fucking points.
Fuck yeah.
You are on fire.
Woo!
I want to address something else. People have been talking about the Legion of Skanks, and that they want the old Dave Man to appear on the Legion of Skanks.
Oh, that sounds
who,
smart.
I can't say friends, but friendly with Luis Gomez because he's the guy who introduced. Go on YouTube and look up the world's worst comedian, Davey Mack.
And Lewis is very funny. He's a good.
He's very funny.
Yeah. I like his act.
He's great. And he was the guy who introduced me both times for the world's worst comedian, where I intentionally tried to bomb and somehow people were laughing.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
Which actually made me somewhat freak out. I was not joking when I said I literally wrote the jokes on the way up there on a piece of paper.
You were reading off that piece
and
of
was
paper.
reading off the piece of paper and screaming at the audience.
Yeah.
And yet people found it somehow humorous. So I don't know how stand-up comedy works, but apparently that character works. Yeah. Anyway, Lewis has invited me to the Legion of Skanks a couple times. But what the situation is, I work at 95.9 The Rats, the absolute best radio station in America, legendary rock station in New Jersey, 95.9 The Rat. You can hear it online. If you're in Pennsylvania, New York, or obviously New Jersey, you can hear it online for free on WRIT.com or the free Rat app, just those 3 states. And because I have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, it's just too tough to do Wednesday nights here. And then they record on Tuesday nights, and they record really late. Like they record at 10 or 11 o'clock, which means it would just be impossible for me to do the morning show. We're trying to work on it. I've invited Lewis to do our show. So hopefully that will occur. Yeah. The Legion of Skanks will come to us.
Smart.
I don't know who else. Who else? Do you know anybody else in the Legion of Skanks? I just know Luis Gomez.
I just know Lewis as well. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't.
You don't know the whole Legion?
The entire Legion of Skanks?
Yeah.
This is a... No, I don't know them. No.
Okay. Well, I'm
just being honest. I know Lewis.
I don't know I know Lewis, and Lewis is a great guy.
And there's
there's apparently a legion
of these skanks.
So you're gonna have to get a lot of fucking microphones, my friend.
All right.
Okay. I don't know if it's gonna be like the goddamn White Walkers from Game of Thrones. You're gonna have to have 1,000. I'm all well. We'll talk about next week.
Yeah.
Okay. For those of you listening right now, wondering. Next week, obviously, Pepper will be back. I have no idea if Roy will be out of the methadone clinic, but Pepper will be back. We will be doing the Watchers next week.
Yes.
I have lots of questions for Chris Pepper Stanley about Game of Thrones.
Me
I am
too.
unsure.
And we get one more episode now before the next week's thing. So this should be the good one, right?
Exactly. Second to last.
before...
Second to last Game of Thrones are usually the best. The thing is, the White Walkers, there appears to be 3 different kinds of undead.
I agree.
There are zombies, then there are skeleton soldiers, and then there are proper White Walkers who seem to be the generals of these armies.
Okay, so knowing nothing about this other than watching it from season 1, I haven't read any of the books. So
I don't read the books either.
Okay, so I get the impression the White Walkers are
the kings.
Are those general dudes?
General, that's exactly, yeah. They have to be because they're watching the battles from the mountaintop on horses.
But then there's the undead, right?
They are just zombies.
Right, but I think that's the same as the skeletons. I think those are all the same.
No, because...
Then, wait, isn't there like this... Remember the very first episode where like that dude is out?
Yeah.
And then there's like this black... creature thing out in the what the fuck was that?
That is something different. Isn't that the red-haired chick who is the fucking mistress of that one guy who's trying to take over?
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
That's that?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's not a part of it.
That was north of the wall, and then he came back down. That's why Ned Stark had to chop his head off.
The show's getting weird, but I love it. Game of Thrones is actually, I thought this past episode was the best episode of the season.
I agree.
So I was very, very excited for that. All right, so that's it. So LeBron James, Steph Curry tonight. Get ready for it. Get ready for some action. By the way, congrats, Jimmy Mack, our man from Rebel Force Radio. Obviously, we also love Jason Swank, David W. Collins, who does the Star Wars Oxygen Show. I tweeted at, or I DM'd on Twitter, Jimmy Mack. Good luck with the Chicago Blackhawks. He's from Chicago. We love Rebel Force Radio.
Chicago.
And they stole Game 1 from the Tampa Bay Lightning. Right. Tampa was up 1-0. I thought the game was over. I watched the whole thing.
2 goals, 2 minutes.
And, all of a sudden, third period, about 6 minutes left to go. Bam, bam. Blackhawks score a couple goals, and they're up 1-0. They draw first blood in the Stanley Cup Finals. So we've got that going on. We got the NBA Finals going on. We got Major League Baseball going on. And we got the Kentucky Derby Triple Crown.
Go Yastrzemski.
Belmont, whatever the fuck it's called. And that's what's going to happen. American Pharaoh, you better fucking win.
Do it.
I want to see a Triple Crown.
Do it.
For once in my life.
Yeah.
Anyway, next week we'll all be back in full extent. But I say tonight was a rousing success. I give you, Sean O'Barry, all the credit in the world.
I give you all the credit, David.
Good, because I deserve it.
That's right, you do.
Anyway, for the Davey Mac Sports Program,
Woo!
Sean O'Barry, engineer extraordinaire.
Dave McDonald, Sportsmaster.
Eastside Dave, good night!